Hey guys, welcome to our review of Kamen Rider Zero One, the grand finale of the entire show. I'm your host of Frozen Stratos. Here with me today we have
The Cinder Blaze.
And Makotoa.
my dudes. Welcome back. We got done watching this episode a few days ago. Sorry we're a little late on the review. Risk of rain happened, but that's not going to stop us from talking about your guys' comments at the end of this episode. But before we head into that, let's just dive into what we thought. And we got brought out of that horrible arc, and it was so much better. Like, we get to deal with the fallout of it. We don't have to do the same old rigmarole we've been doing for the past month and a half. No, longer.
It's been so
Yeah.
long.
2, 3, 4.
It's about
5,
2 months,
7,
I
8.
think.
2.5 months. We've been doing this for 2.5 months.
Yeah. It feels like forever, and it's so weird because the thing that we hated about this arc the most was how they stretched out everything. And this episode, they bring up, like, or I think it was like last episode where they brought up like the chip, right? And then they
Yeah.
resolve it like the next episode. Like that was what we needed. Like immediately like satisfaction for
Mhm.
or like immediate payoff for what they set up. Instead of just waiting for so long. And Fua's frustration for this entire episode, like just mirrored the frustration we're having with this show.
I
And
absolutely
when
agree.
he explodes and slams Bowser's face into the dirt, oh my gosh. Like every time that happens to him, I feel like everyone just gets super excited and happy. But when
Yeah.
he does it, oh man. Like
Yeah.
this should just be this
Yeah.
should be a show from now on. Jeez.
Yeah, I know. I mean, too bad it's over now.
Yeah.
But no, yeah, I completely agree. Like, leaning into Fua and his struggle was something I didn't know that I needed. Of course, I love seeing
Naruto.
Naruto just, sort of try to make it and balance being a good hero and a good leader. But having Fua struggle in the background for so long and having him sort of break out of that, both like, visually and, getting the entirety of this episode, felt really good. And it really feels like this should be his final form, and I don't know if he has any left in the tank, even though,
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it is the last episode.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like this does, in all seriousness, this does sort of lend credence to why people thought we were getting a season 1 and a season 2. Like, there were rumors circulating, and this does sort of feel like this was the intent, like to have a really good bookend to one thing and lead into something else. So I'm really excited to see where this is going.
Yeah, because it means this is over. Whatever the heck we were doing for a month and a half.
And
That's-
like it's an interesting dynamic to, I mean, one, I don't need to see any more of Thouser. We're keeping him around. But it is interesting to see what the sort of fallout, the repercussions of him owning the company is going to be.
Destroying all of the human gears, apparently. And just like he tried to destroy Izu this episode with the help of
Yaiba.
Yaiba.
Yeah, but like that's a good thing because like despite how much we hate Bowser, now that he's in a different position, it at least like refreshes the character a little bit. Because that was like the thing we hated about him. He was so stagnant and he wasn't doing anything. And now that he's in that position of power to destroy the human gears, well, now we got something. We have something better at least, you know.
Sure. I don't know. I'm still of the mindset that I'm more interested in, because like I get that maybe they're positioning him as a bigger bad. It's just that I don't feel like he's interesting enough on his own, like he has a good enough motivation to sort of carry that main villain role, and I feel like that should be left to metsubojinrai.net,
Mabushina.net.
Mabushina.net. um
I like, but the thing is, like, for me, I felt like at least Hirobi was feeling like he was going on our side, like over the course of when Fua was like interviewing him and not interviewing, interrogating him. I felt like I don't know. I felt like he was being a little bit friendly. I mean, he was just teasing him, but I kind of want
like that's the thing though. Like we have really good rapport with those guys already. And just making Thouser the villain, like the big bad for a while is like, yeah, of course, we've been doing this for a while. Like I get that he has accomplished something now, but he's just gonna be the same asshole.
If anything good has come from all of this annoying Thouser stuff, it's that I have grown fonder of the other two, the Mabushina.net guys, because I can't get the full name. But these guys, like, and we have one of them with his new suave outfit to look cooler. Yeah, right. Like, so
and we are seeing that
way more.
He's maybe going against the will of the arc.
He's kind of going on his own sentience path, and I like how he's trying to like free Naki or whatever the AI that's trapped currently inside of, an interesting little perspective there. But like I think at the end of this episode, I was most pleased with just probably that last fight where we had freaking
him throwing a person.
Oh, it was good. I mean, was I not the only one? Was I not the only one who got pissed when like Yaiba smacked Izu?
It's not her fault. I understand your frustration, but as much as she says she's not a tool, she is a tool of Thouser.
Yeah, absolutely.
I wasn't as pissed off just because it looked a little fake. It didn't look like anyone was actually hurt. Just like, okay, Easy just fell down. But
like I was upset, but I'm more upset at Thouser because it's still his fault. Yaiba has no control.
It was still pretty funny to see Yaiba just get yeeted.
Yeah, essentially. Like that lariat, oh my gosh. Like it was amusing that like they actually did it,
Right? Yeah. I didn't expect it. It just frick.
Like I wasn't sure.
Have you ever wanted to just throw somebody? You can see what that looks like now.
Like,
no,
dang,
but like
man.
with your arm like that, like
it was brutal. It was
like
brutal.
Ran in, close hangered, and then spun, toss.
Like boom. He did not hold back against her at all.
Also, I do want to note the moment she hit the ground, like there were the cracks in the ground, but like the camera that they use had this it's more fisheye, or it's more like wide angle, so it has this strange distortion to it, but the cracks in the pavement that they added in still looked good.
Yeah.
So I was really blown away by that. I was also blown away by the Iron Man 3 transformation sequence that we had. And I feel like I think I said this on the streets earlier, but the smartest thing they did was give what's his name? Fua, yeah. Give him that big coat so that it obscures part of his arm and gives you like a nice clean line to key out. And then you could, behind that, place in the CGI arms. And like all the CGI that they used there, I think the only one that was too noticeable, or that was really noticeable, was the head at the end when he did this. But like it just worked so well. Like the VFX team did really well on that part.
Yeah.
So I wanted to give some props to that. That was really good.
Yeah, like those are pretty hard effects for them to do like on a budget. So the way they
Absolutely.
pulled it off was like really good. And like honestly, the fact that he got like a type of form that combines all of
Yeah.
the keys. I think
The
they're
animals.
not the
Mhm.
progress keys. What are the
They are.
are they the progress keys? I thought the
Yeah.
force rise or like
Force Rise
He
keys are
got
the
he
bad
got
guy.
the
Because he has
freaking
Hawk,
dodo one. Yeah, Hawk.
yeah, Hawk, Cheetah. Like he has all the regular ones.
He did the
okay.
fast. He did the fly.
Yeah, he didn't
Mhm.
have Hopper though, right? He just had like all the other
I think he
ones.
might have, because
He
like
might have, you know.
Thouser's still jacked
Oh
Hopper.
yeah, and technically
Yeah,
yeah.
that's how they got the powers.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
It's weird for a secondary writer to have a form like that. And
Yeah.
I was so happy that he got it, especially because like the way that Fue usually fights, it just like it implies that he has like a lot of force and like a lot of power behind it. It's just like he had like the weaker form. So like towards like or during this arc, it just fell a little flat. Just like like you try to pretend you're super strong, but you're like losing to Bowser like here and there like all the time. And now that he actually has like the form to back up like the way he fights, it fits so well. Like especially when he was in the power mode for that suit, and like every step he made, like the cracks in the concrete, just like, oh man, someone's so screwed.
They
And
really
like
were.
just the build up throughout the episode of him getting out of that control from Thouser, like that again, like you were saying, it's something that I would say one, two, three, however many episodes this arc was, it could have been stretched out a little longer, and I'm so happy to see it like that's gotten taken care of. And you can still refer back to it every now and again and have it like sort of take over, but to have him so triumphantly um stand tall and be who he is, like be himself,
Broke through.
and throw that in Yaiba's face, and then throw Yaiba's face, like throw that in her face, and like do his absolute best to wake her up. Yeah, it
I love how
just worked really
I love how
well.
Thouser's like I love how Thouser was like, "You guys are my tools," and he's like, "I thought you didn't want to be a tool, Yaiba."
I'm not a tool. Shut up.
Yeah, pretty much.
But
That
like
was
that,
basically my
like
conversation.
obviously she doesn't have a human gear in her, or I mean, if she does, it's like different, because like I feel like she just runs into a mental blockage, like whatever chip is inside her head blocks her from downing it. So I don't think she knows that she's not doing this of her own volition.
Yeah.
I
I
guess
think it was
so.
like we had a comment about that. I think I responded to it like a little bit earlier this week. So you can probably
Oh,
touch
you
on
did?
that. Yeah.
Before we go to the
Yeah.
comments, I do want to make one note about I guess just this show with Fua and his kind of arc, because we did get a full 360 for Fua on this episode, and I do want to give props to the show for that, because he went from wanting to destroy human gears to protecting one in this episode. And he was even when he did it, when he protected Izu, he was even like reminiscing back to how, like, I don't know where I've come from or how I've got here or whatever, but like I just know one thing. And he gives his kind of character motivation, right? So I did really appreciate that part.
Yeah, like it's really great follow up to, I feel like, the turning point of his character. Like we see, I guess, the conclusion to that arc, but like that the turning point when he had the surgery from the human gear, where he said, "Oh yeah, I have two conflicting memories now of a human gear trying to kill me and a human gear saving my life," and for that to he was slowly turning around, and now he's here. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's been a great progression so far, and I'd like to see him as more of an ally now.
Yeah.
But yeah. Anything else before we dive into the comments?
No.
All right, cool. Let's see here. We got 7 comments, but Alex, you said one of those is you, so we got 6 comments.
Yeah.
First one from Yuki Miyazaki. Also, oh wait, no, that's the second part, right? All right, I was wrong about the arc getting longer, but in my opinion, this episode was actually good. Not only we concluded this arc, but we also get one of my favorite form for secondary rider, and I didn't expect Fua to be getting all combined form, instead the main rider. And if I remember correctly, the last time we seen secondary all combined form is Kamen Rider Beast with his hyper form. What about Genius? Build Genius? Oh wait, secondary?
Secondary
Yeah,
riders.
my bad. Yeah. With his hyper form. I feel really bad for Yua getting beat to pulp this time by Fua, but at the same time, not because she trying to kill Izu and she deserved to be destroyed by Fua. Overall, pretty nice episode. Hoping the story will get even better from now on instead of being bad again like this arc did. Also, Yua need to wake up, man. She really need to realize Hajimari no eyes Atara. Realize that guy wasn't the best person to hang out with. He even badmouthed in front of you, and you still stick with him. Man, I want to slap her in the face so bad now. That's not okay.
Like
Cinder Blaze says, kinky.
Okay,
I'm gonna read the rest of your comment.
I'm not gonna read like my comment, but I'm just gonna say basically what it was about. So I felt that like for Yua, despite her being like brain controlled, it's not like she was stretched too outside of where her brain would normally be working at. For Fua, like when Guy was trying to take control of him, that's a huge departure from like what he's already kind of like had in his reality. Like he was already like working under Guy, so when he has like the chip kind of like controlling her, it feels like she's already like under his control, like technically like as an employee and stuff. So it's not too far of a stretch for her for like some of the stuff that he's doing to like not upset her, you know? Like, yeah, he's like acting like a dick and like you should probably be like not okay with that, but like as an employee, she would probably be putting up with that crap anyways. So it just like maybe with the stuff with like Easy where, you know, he's telling her to like kill her, she was showing hesitation in that moment at least. Like she was showing it, but I feel like she was so far down like brainwashed, whereas like Fua was just kind of like activated last episode basically.
Yeah.
And right here like you is in a totally different like situation than Fua is, so it's a little bit hard to compare like how easy it is for them to snap out of it.
Because I feel like she's more in a state of like, you know, mental suggestion and like brain control, whereas Fua, he basically had a split personality up until now, when Guy just wanted to activate the Fua side and like use that power, and that didn't agree with him, like the rest of his brain. Yeah, I agree. Let's see here. We have Rajik Razul, who says, "That's right. Go all rampage, crush them. Wait, go all rampage, crush them. I like this episode. One thing, wish this had an insert song like a Fua theme song." I agree. Poor Yua early in the series, she think Human Gear are tool. Look at where she at. A pawn for Guy. She needs to wake up. I like when Fua punch Yua and spin her around. It's so secondary rider. They use their fist to answer them.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's a secondary rider thing to do, but
yeah, I think I get what he said. Yeah.
I feel like at least you was like on the right track. If she for some reason snapped out of Guy's control this early, then I wouldn't be as okay with it.
Yeah.
So
wait,
I think
Yuki Miyazaki commented again. We had 7 comments, but 3 of them were Yuki.
Well, they're small, you know. This one's just like props to the cameraman, which
yeah,
because like this is amazing.
Also, what happened to the cameraman, because this week. They've been going wild with the action scenes on Sentai and Rider. Give them a raise, Toei. Yeah. Yeah. All right. So, Double the Unknown. Oh my god, dude. You really let us off easy with the Sentai stuff, but you came in swinging here. Since the arc has come to an end, I'm going to ramble a bit longer. This arc wasn't the best, but it reached the goal it wanted and ended with a strong episode. I think the purpose of this arc was to show that Aruto isn't fit to run a business, or more precisely, a business doesn't fit with Aruto's dream. The 3 times he lost reflects aspects of the business that Aruto struggles with: image, profits, charisma, and only during these 3 times did the human gear willingly go berserk. The arc put so much focus on this idea that it threw all the other characters and storylines into the background. The only exception was Guy, who was presented as Aruto's foil and took the rest of this arc's focus. Moving forward, I hope his presence won't interfere with the other storylines anymore. Rider often runs out of ideas at the end and raises the episode count with repetitive plots. And in parentheses, Kronos kept coming back from utter defeat, and Evolt revealed he has a million final plans. And parentheses. So hopefully they decide to pad out the episode count here instead and have bigger plans prepared for the rest of the show. I agree. I'll take a lagging middle if we run to the finish toward the end for these next 20.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, good stuff. Let's see. Last comment from Andy L. So Snowflake Human Gear is really a thing. No wonder you lose to the company Aruto. Kamen Rider Vulcan episode 29 is really not bad overall. Just the side character arc of the blah 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 Human Gear company too dumb. Now we get rid of the A-kun CEO. We can go full on full power. Looking forward to Vulcan episode 30. I feel like we're just back to 0-1 with episode 30, though. Sorry, dude.
Yeah.
Cool. Guys, thanks again for leaving so many comments. I really appreciate it. 5 likes. Wow. Some good stuff.
Yeah,
thanks a lot, guys. That was wonderful. We've gotten a lot of growth recently, which is weird. So, thanks to whoever's jumping on now. If you watched this all the way through, mad props. Bravo to you. And hey, if you haven't subscribed already, did you know that 75% of the people viewing this episode aren't subscribed? You should do that. Yeah, act surprised. Like you haven't heard this statistic before. So please, if you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe. If you like our breakdowns, if you want to be notified when videos go up, you can hit the bell. Do people do that? Do people actually use the notifications? I absolutely don't, but if you do, it's there for you. And if you want to be informed whenever our watch-alongs go up so you can put your comment down, make sure to subscribe, and we'll be responding to them at the ends of each of our reviews. Guys, thanks for watching. Keep it juicy.
Yep. See ya.
Later.
Oh, we made it. Thank God. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh, I want to die. I hate Skype. I wish I had a...
This was rough. It's
rough.
not just... I mean, it's not necessarily Skype's fault.